Good afternoon, Crabs fans around the world and around the block, listening on the World Wide Web and on the radio. Crabs Baseball is on the air. Benjamin Schaefer along with Liam Warner. We're delighted to bring you all the action on this glorious Sunday afternoon at the Arcata Ballpark as the Crabs look to sweep the Athletic Edge Express and win their 12th game in a row to start the season before they go on the road.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, what a start to the season for the Crabs, and what a game last night. I mean, going down 5-1 early with the grand slam in the first inning, and then Crabs just never say die. They really are the cardiac Crabs so far this year.
That's right. Great. They came back last night and ended up winning at what, 11-8 finally?
11-9.
11-9. And another great ball game. I forgot to put the broom out, unfortunately.
Oh, Benjamin, what are you doing?
We need one of the guys in the booth to go out there and put that broom out.
All right, let's give you the starting lineup, starting with the visiting Athletic Edge Express. That's brought to you by Compass Community Credit Union and the North Coast Co-op. Leading off for them right now will be their right fielder, Xavier Dominguez, followed by the shortstop, Kays Duramilar. Batting third will be the designated hitter, J.T. Summers. Batting fourth will be the first baseman, Lucas Schaefer. Batting fifth will be the catcher, Mason Cox, as we await the first pitch of the ball game.
David Zazueta on the mound for the Crabs, left-handed pitcher, and that's popped high in the air, foul, out of play.
Batting sixth will be the third baseman, Brady Boyd. Batting seventh will be the left fielder, Will Tokar. Batting eighth will be the second baseman, Diego Boardman. Batting ninth will be the center fielder, Jelani Mason. And on the mound will be the legendary Luke Dillon.
Next pitch misses inside. Let me give you the defense for the Crabs. David Zazueta on the mound. Ivanosaurus is catching. Tate Metcalf at first. Cameron Sewell at second. Keenan Morris at third. Michael Prazzo at short. Jacob Pappas in left field. Timmy Reed in center. And Sutter Moss is in right field now. Saurus out to have a word with Zazueta. David Zazueta, 2-0 coming into the game.
That's right, and he's been good. Of course, it's a really big honor, you know, if you're on Robin Guyver's staff, to get the Sunday starts. And he started the last two Sundays, 10 innings pitched, only gave up 2 runs, walked 9, struck out 13, a 1.80 ERA.
This pitch misses high. 2-1 now. Held up against the screen. Two-two to Dominguez. And the pitch. Swung on him. Yes, got him. Took something off. 1 away. Here's Duramilar, the shortstop.
Now batting number 23, Kays Duramilar.
Duramilar in yesterday's game was 1 for 4. Zazueta deals. Low, 1-0. Who are the umpires today, Liam?
At home plate, it is Michael Cowan. At first base is Stephen Young, and at third base is Daniel Osborne.
The 1-0. Sails high. And the next pitch outside. And he walks him on 4 pitches.
Now batting for the Express, number 25, designated hitter J.T. Summers.
So here's J.T. Summers, the DH. Summers in yesterday's game was 1 for 3. Short lead at first. Here's the pitch. Fastball right down the middle for a called strike. Oh, and 1. Fouled up against the screen, and he's ahead 0-2. 0-2. Fastball is high and outside. Huge crowd at the ballpark today.
Oh, yeah, Father's Day today.
Oh, that's right. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there in the audience.
That's right. Father's Day game is always packed.
1-2 the count. And there's a tapper out towards third base. Morris on the run, picks it up. Nice play, throws him out.
Makes it look easy.
On the play, Dromelair goes to second. 2 away. And here's Schaefer. Homered in yesterday's game in the first inning. Actually hit a grand slam in the first inning yesterday.
Right off the scoreboard. No relation?
No relation. And he spells it wrong, too. Here's the pitch. Is high, fastball.
Because today is Father's Day, Pearson's, as they've done the past several years, is doing several big giveaways of large value gift cards.
The 1-0. Foul tipped. 1-1. Dromelaar out at second. 2 are out. Zazueta sets and deals. High. Click the change up. Two and one. Strike at the knees. Good pitch. Fastball. 2-2. A 2-2. Rides high and outside. From the set. Zazueta deals 3-2. High in the air, foul and out of play.
Foul ball is sponsored by Wild Planet, the original sustainable seafood company.
Three-two. Inside. Gets away. Now the runner's going to third. The throw down is not in time. So Dromelaar advances on the wild pitch. And that puts runners on the corners for Cox, who didn't play in yesterday's game. He was 0 for 4 Friday night with 3 strikeouts. And the pitch. Right down the middle with a fastball. The 0-1. Sails outside. One pitch. Fouled out of play.
Foul ball is sponsored by the Fireplace on Fifth Street.
Nice day at the ballpark. Some high clouds, so it's not really bright, but it's also they're a diaphanous cloud, so it's a sunny day, but a little bit muted. Warm though. The 1-2 misses down low. The wind blowing out towards left center field.
I think today was the first Sunday I got to the ballpark this season where it wasn't foggy and misty.
And dripping. And,
yeah.
2-2 the count.
Weren't all wet.
Here's the pitch. And he misses high and away, and the count goes full. So a lot of pitches this inning. for Zazueta. And he's a pitch away from loading the bases. He's also a pitch away from getting out of it. So big pitch here. He sets and comes home. Fouled up against the screen. DeRomular at third. Schaefer at first. Runners go, 3-2, and he walks him. So that loads the bases here in the first inning. Here's Brady Boyd. Still 2 outs.
Zazueta coming into this game had walked 9 in 10 innings, so a lot of times he's gotten out of it, but he is susceptible to the walk for sure.
Here's the pitch. Uh-oh. In the air, deep left field. Going back, still going back, and that's a grand slam. That's just what we saw yesterday.
So they've hit a home run in the first inning of every game in the series.
Yes, they have.
Wow.
That is no good. No me gusta.
Well, I mean, the Crabs went down 5-0.
That's true.
In yesterday's game, they were able to come back, so.
Yes, they were. Well, they're going to have to do it again today because they're down 4-0 right now. Here's Tokar.
Well, that pitch was right down the middle, 88.
Yes, served it right up. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, took something off. A change. 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Fastball for a strike on the outside corner, and he's ahead. Tokar 0-2. The 0-2 is called strike 3, so 3 pitches he gets Tokar, but not before the Express get 4 runs on the grand slam by Boyd, and they lead it 4-0. This is Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM. Welcome back to the ballpark. Let me give you the starting lineup for the Crabs. Keenan Morris at third base leads it off. Michael Perazzo at short bats second. Jacob Pappas in left field bats third. Cameron Sewell back cleanup at second base. Tate Metcalf at first bats fifth. Sutter Moss bats sixth. He'll be in right field. Kevanosaurus will catch him bats seventh. Parker Rogers at DH bats eighth. And Timmy Reed in center field bats ninth. On the mound for the Athletic Express, Luke Dillon, who had a wild game last time he pitched here last year. He threw, I think, like 143 pitches.
Yeah.
And he was pitching a great game, and his manager came in to take him out, and he shouted him back to the dugout.
He waved him off.
He waved him off.
I think he's forever etched into Crabs lore.
That's right.
After that game. I mean,
he did get the loss finally. But only, I think the Crabs finally scored a couple runs in the bottom of the 8th off him.
Yeah.
And here's the first pitch, and it's a fastball taken for a strike, 0-1 to Morris.
Yeah, I think he started twice against the Crabs. That was his first start. I think his second start was not as memorable. But that first start, I'll never forget it.
The 0-1. Fastball is outside. The 1-1 to Morris. This is low.
Keenan Morris so far batting .359. 5 RBIs, 5 walks, 7 stolen bases. That leads the team.
2-1. Swung on a miss, 2-2. Defensively for the Express, it's Dillon on the mound. Mason Cox is the catcher. Lucas Schaefer at first. Diego Boardman at second. Brady Boyd at third. Kays Duramalar is the shortstop. Will Tokar in left. Jelani Mason in center. And Xavier Dominguez is in right field. 2-2 the count to Morris. Crabs trailing by 4 already. And he takes a pitch high. Full count. Here's the pitch. Line in left field for a base hit. So Morris aboard. Here's Michael Perazo.
Now batting for the Crabs from Sacramento State, number 13, Michael Perazo.
Perazo coming in batting .333 in 6 games. He has 2 RBIs, 3 walks, 5 stolen bases, 2 triples on the season.
And he fouls one right up against the screen. Just missed it. 0-1. One high and outside. A ball and a strike to count. And that one just misses high. 2-1. Morris with a short lead over at first. I doubt he's going anywhere with the Crabs down by 4. Although, yesterday the Crabs got back in the game in part by playing aggressive on the base paths. Next pitch is swung on and missed. Took something off.
Well, their catcher yesterday was not throwing anybody out.
No, he wasn't, and they knew it. They took advantage. 2-2. To Perazo, Jacob Pappas on deck. Dillon sets and deals. Line in the center field. That's going to drop. Morris, it was going to hold, and now the center fielder kicks it, and Morris goes to third. So that's a single and an error on Jelani Mason. And with 2 on, here's Pappas.
Approaching the plate for the Crabs, number 35, Jacob Pappas.
So Morris at third, Perazo at first, nobody out. Crabs trying to get back in the game, down by 4, and there's a line shot in the right field. That's going to score a run. And with nobody out, it's 4-1 now. 3 straight singles have given the Crabs a run. And here's Cameron Sewell.
Now batting for the Crabs, number 11, Cameron Sewell.
Here's the pitch. Strike on the inside corner. It's Groundhog Day here at the ballpark.
Really, I was about to say. It feels just like yesterday.
0-1. And the pitch. Hit in the air, foul, and out of play into the right field picnic area.
Yeah, hopefully
Left
the
field
result's the
picnic area.
same, but
So 0-2 to Sewell. Perazo at second, Pappas at first. The 0-2 misses outside. One and two. Grounded on the ground first, and it kicks over his head and into right field. Coming around to score is Perazo, and it's 4-2 in favor of the Express. A bad hop single for Cameron Sewell. That skipped right over Lucas Schaefer's head at first base.
that was a nasty hop. I mean, hit the cut of the grass and
Just
bounced
kicked
right over
way
the first
over his
baseman's
head. The Crabs will take it, first and third.
And there was nothing he could do there.
Still nobody out. Here's Medikoff. Runner goes. The pitch is low. No throw down to second. Actually, the pitch was called a strike. It was not low. And the next pitch to Medikoff, he fouls it up against the screen, so he's in an 0-2 hole. The 0-2 swung on and missed, got him to chase a slider away. One away. Here's Sutter Moss.
Now batting for the Crabs from Delta College, number 6, Sutter Moss.
Sutter Moss doesn't get cheated up there. He is going to go for the scoreboard. They bring the infield in. Here's the pitch, and it's low.
Sutter Moss so far coming in batting 206. A couple of home runs, 12 RBIs. That is second on the team. 9 walks.
The
Stolen
1-0
base.
inside. 2-0. Yeah, Sutter Moss so far has been sort of boom or bust, huh?
Yeah, really.
A lot of boom. Here's the 2-0. And he takes low 3-0. And he's had some key hits, including Friday nights. Was it Friday night to double down the line, right? That was, or was that Wednesday? That was Wednesday, maybe. But anyway, 3-0. Right down the middle.
Yeah, his average is probably not where he wants it, but when he gets a hit, it's usually a big one.
It stays hit, that's
Yeah.
for sure. 3-1. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. And he's mad at himself for that swing. That was dead under his feet. 3-2. Risky move, bringing the infield in early like this. A hit will tie the game. Here's the 3-2. Oh, he just missed outside, and that's going to load the bases. Close pitch.
The wide strike zone we've seen for the past week, it feels like. I was a little afraid that was going to be called a strike.
Yeah,
but
indeed.
good call by Michael Cowan. Trackman did have it off the plate outside.
So here's Cavanosaurus.
Number 10, Cavanosaurus.
Cast of Crabs on the bases. Dylan rocks and deals. Grounded right back up the middle. Picked up by the shortstop. He throws the second. Everybody's safe. A nice stop by Case DeLamilar, but really no play. He tried to shovel the second, but he was unable to do so, and the Crabs have pulled within a run.
No fielder's choice.
Fielders. No, that's a hit.
Base hit.
Now batting from Minnesota State, number 4, Parker Rogers.
So here's Parker Rogers. Base is still loaded. Here's the pitch. And he hits it on the ground in the hole to the left side, and this ball game is tied. What? Unbelievable.
I did not think we were going to get another game just like yesterday, but
So the Crabs have tied it here in the bottom of the first. Bases are still loaded for Timmy Reed. Here's the pitch. And he waves at a pitch down in the dirt. Oh, actually, that was a strike.
But unlike yesterday, the Crabs were able to get all the runs back in the first inning.
The 0-1. Grounded out to second base. Shovels the second for the force. Back to first. Not in time, and the Crabs take the lead. Five, 4 Crabs. Oh my. So Luke Dillon unable to hold a 4-run lead here in the first.
Are we at Coors Field?
This is nuts. Back to the top of the order. The Crabs have batted around. And here's Morris. He led off the inning with a single. Here's the pitch. Ooh, a big cut. 0-1. The 0-1. Runners going. The pitch is out. A strike. Throw down the second is not in time. So Reed gets himself into scoring position. Second and third now for the Crabs with 2 outs.
It's 0-2. That was called a strike.
And it's 0-2 on Morris. Here's the pitch. Fouled out of play.
That foul ball sponsored by Water Planet. Sustainability never tasted so good.
The 0-2. Misses inside. One and 2 now to Morris. Soares at third, Reed at second. 2 are out. 5 runs in for the Crabs here in the bottom of the first. And the next pitch is hit in the air to right field and deep. Going back at the track, and he makes the catch at the warning track for out number 3. But the Crabs come with 5 runs on 7 hits. There were no errors and 2 left, and at the end of 1, they lead at 5-4. This is crazy. Crabs baseball, 107.3 FM. Welcome back to the Arcata Ballpark. Thanks to Baywood Golf and Country Club, also Big Blue Cafe. Visit the Crab's favorite Big Blue Cafe on the Plaza in Arcata, serving breakfast and lunch all day. Welcome home to the Big Blue. Boardman, Mason, and Dominguez to bat in the top of the second for the Express. Crabs leading at 5-4. 6 hits in the first inning for the Crabs. Here's the pitch. And there's a strike at the knees, 0-1 from David Zazueta. The 0-1 misses outside. So let's see if Zazueta can take advantage of having been reprieved. After giving up the grand slam in the first. The 1-1. Swung on and missed. Took something off. 1-2. 1-2 pitch. High and outside. Two balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. In there, called strike 3.
What's up, Ellen?
Happy trails to Boardman.
It was Brady Boyd.
1 away. Here's Jelani Mason, the center fielder. Mason yesterday came in as a pinch hitter and grounded out the second. And here's the next pitch. This is high. And on Friday night, he was 1 for 3. The 1-0 held up against the screen. The 1-1 hits him. So back to the top of the order, here's Xavier Dominguez. He struck out his first at bat. Fastball misses high. The 1-0 catches the outside corner. And 1-1. Short lead over at first. Here's the pitch, and that's inside. Two 1. Swung on and missed. Change up in the zone. Two balls, 2 strikes. Two is high. A look at first. Zazueta deals 3-2, and he walks him. So Zazueta continuing to struggle with his control.
Well, it's been like that in each of his last 2 starts. As I was saying earlier,
That's right, yeah.
10 innings, 9 walks coming into this game. I mean, that's been Zazueta's problem. But, you know, he had a low ERA, a 1.8 coming into this game. So a lot of the times he was getting out of it. But obviously in the first inning, you know, walking 3 and then, you know, the home run ended up being a grand slam.
Well, eventually it catches up with you.
Yeah. So he's going to need to rein in that control. Because, you know, when the Express are a good team, but when the league teams come into town, you know, teams like the
he
Lincoln
won't get away with that against teams like the Potters,
the Prune Packers,
Healdsburg,
they are going to take advantage of that. So,
Thanks for everything you do from Keenan Morris.
all right, so here's Duran Millar. He walked his first appearance. Soros went out to the mound to have a word. Try to calm Zazueta down a little bit. He sets, he looks out at second. And the pitch. Fouled right. Almost hit the on-deck batter. And up against the concrete. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the 0-1. Rights high. One and 1 to Drumlar. Next pitch is grounded back to the mound. He throws to second for 1, back to first, and it's a 1-6-3 double play to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left, and at the end of an inning and a half, it's 5-4 in favor of the Crabs. This is Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM. We are back. Thanks to Crestmark Millwork, local manufacturer of custom cabinetry and millwork for commercial projects throughout California and Oregon, creating signature elements of extraordinary spaces since 1997. Crestmark is committed to promoting a healthy and productive society by investing in relationships with employees, local communities, suppliers, and customers. Perazo leads it off in the top of the second. He singled his first at bat. Crabs up 5-4. Here's the pitch. And he shows bunt and bunts it foul. Luke Dillon still out on the mound for the Express. Here's the 0-1. Misses inside. The 1-1. High. That's hit high in the air. Left center field. Left fielder, center fielder converging. It'll be Tokar, the left fielder, make the catch. 1 away.
Now, batting fifth, number 35, Jacob Pappas.
Here's Pappas. Singled his first at bat. Crabs got 6 hits in the first inning, plated 5 runs. Here's the pitch. Fastball in there for a strike. And none of those singles in the first inning were hit that hard. A lot of them were just through the hole on the left side, over the first baseman's head. Bad hop single. Next pitch misses outside.
Getting the job done.
That's right. Just finding the holes.
That's what this Crabs team has done so far, really. Just done whatever they need to do to.
1-1. Strike on the inside corner, 1-2. Yeah, yesterday they got back in the game using the running game.
Yep. It doesn't seem like either catcher on this Express team.
1-2 is lined into right center field. That's going to be a hit. Over to get it is Jelani Mason. And Pappas is aboard with his second hit of the afternoon.
Really doesn't seem like any of these Express catchers so far that I've seen are very strong at throwing down
I don't think
the
they
bases.
are.
So Crabs are just running wild.
Yeah, I fully expect Pappas to take off here sometime in this at bat. Here's Sewell.
Well, Jacob Pappas, I don't think I gave his stats. He, in 3 games coming into this game, was batting .600.
Yeah, he's had a strong debut.
6 for 10, and he's 2 for 2 so far today.
The 1-2. There's a strike on the outside corner to Sewell, 0-1. So Pappas with a good lead over at first. He's going. The 0-1 is fouled out of play.
That foul ball is sponsored by the Fireplace on F Street in our
0-2 pitch. Hit on the ground towards third. Throw to and he throws it into right field. No further advance. Boy, error on Brady Boyd. He just launched that.
Let's give it up for that boy, Tristan Giacometti.
Second error of the game for the Express.
It was funny because it was thrown so badly that it was thrown so hard into right field that Pappas had to stop at second. I think if it was, if it kind of died out in right field, he would have got to third.
That's exactly right, yeah. Here's the pitch to Medikoff, who struck out his first at bat. And he takes a strike on the outside corner. Boy, he really just airmailed that. So first and second now, 1 out. A look out at second, and here's the pitch. Popped in the air, shallow left field, shortstop Dromlar going out, and he's under it. Oh, and he makes the catch. Boy, nice play. The wind really playing with that ball, and a good job sticking with it to make the out. 2 away. Here's Sutter Moss. Moss walked his first at bat. And the first pitch to Moss is in the dirt. The 1-0 in there for a strike at the knees. One and one is high. Two one. Check swing, and he went round. 2-2. Good pitch from Dillon on the change. Pappas at second, Sewell at first, 2 are out. 2-2 the count to Moss. A look out at second, a long look. Now Dylan deals, and it's high. Thought he was meditating out there for a second. 3-2. Runners go. The pitch is popped in the air, foul. Moss swinging a ball four there. That was, again, he was fooled by the changeup. 3-2. Runner goes. Ball four. Just missed high. So Moss walks for the second time this afternoon. And here's Kavanasaurus, who singled in his first at bat. Bases loaded.
Now to play for the Crabs, number 10, Kavanasaurus.
And the pitch. He takes a strike on the outside corner. The 0-1. Fastball is high. One in there with a strike on the inside corner. Good pitch.
There was one that was probably way out a little bit ago on one of our matches.
The 1-2. Hit down the right field line. It's going to go foul. So runners will return to their positions. And we'll do again with the count 1-2 to Kavanasaurus. Pappas at third, Sewell at second, Moss at first. Crabs leading 5-4 in the bottom of the second inning. And the 1-2 in the right field for a base hit. That's going to play to pair. 7-4 Crabs. RBI single for Kavanasaurus. Second hit of the afternoon. On the play, Moss goes to third.
Now that ain't for the Crabs, number 4, Parker Rogers.
And here's Parker Rogers. And Rogers takes a fastball away. The 1-0 swung on and missed. Dylan's been effective with the change. It's the fastball that the Crabs are hitting. 1-1. Fouled out of play.
Like you said before, not especially hard.
No.
Just little dunkers out into the outfield.
That's right.
For the most part.
One and two. Here's the pitch. Ooh, he just gets a piece of it. 2-2. Dylan deals 1-2, and it's outside. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Fouled out of play. 7 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Crabs. 4 runs, 1 hit, 2 errors for the Express, and we're only in the bottom of the second inning. The 2-2 sails high and outside. Three and two. Fouled up against the screen. So we'll do it again. Runners on the corners. 3 and 2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner, and that's it for Rogers and the Crabs. But they get 2 more runs on 2 hits. There was an error and 2 left, and at the end of 2, they lead at 7-4. This is Crabs baseball, 107.3 FM. All right, welcome back to the Arcata Ballpark. Crabs leading at 7-4 in the top of the 3rd inning. It'll be Summers, Schaefer, and Cox, the heart of the order for the Express. Fastball is high and outside. The eclectic Crabs Grass Band with some David Bowie. 1-0. In there, Denise for a called strike, 1 and 2. Next pitch is hit high in the air, and it's going to drift and bounce off the judo hut. So 1 and 2 the count to Summers. Summers grounded to third his first at bat. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Chased a changeup low and outside. 1 away. Here's Lucas Schaefer, walked his first appearance. And the pitch. Schaefer takes a strike on the outside corner. Oh and 1. Fastball rides high. The 1-1. in there for a strike on the inside corner. Good fastball from Zazueta. He's ahead 1-2. 1-2 is high and outside. Two balls, two strikes in the dirt. Three and two. Lined on one hop. Oh, nice play by Keenan Morris. Oh, boy. That was hit right at his feet. And he kind of just closed his eyes and reached out and grabbed it.
That's a ridiculous play by Keenan Morris. I mean, 9 times out of 10.
That skips right by.
You know, at this level, I mean, the third baseman does not make that play. And Keenan Morris made it look
He has really
easy.
Been spectacular over at third this season. Here's Cox.
Keep saying he's like Matt Chapman. He just makes the difficult plays look really easy.
Here's the pitch. I'm pretty sure he did that with his eyes closed. Next pitch misses low. I think he, just reached down, and there it was. 1-0. That's popped high in the air, foul territory, right side. And it'll be the second baseman, Sewell, to put it away for out number 3. 1-2-3. Govia Express in the third. Crabs lead 7-4. This is Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM. Welcome back to the ballpark. Thanks to Cypress Grove Cheese, leading producer of delicious artisan goat cheese, including Humble Fog, one of the most famous cheeses in the country. Proudly based in Arcata, Cypress Grove cheeses are available at cheese shops and grocery stores nationwide and online at cypressgrovecheese.com. There's nothing like that Humboldt Fog feeling.
The booth loves Cypress Grove cheese.
Yes, we do. And the booth especially loves it when they send Cypress Grove cheese up to the booth.
It's
sometime during the season.
Honestly, one of my favorite days of the entire season.
Oh, yeah.
When that cheese platter comes up here.
Cheese platter is spectacular.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
The world famous Crab
Yeah.
Crab fan, everyone.
All right, Reed, Morris, and Perazo to bat for the Crabs in the bottom of the third, leading 7-4. Reed has hit into a fielder's choice so far today. Has an RBI. Dylan deals, and it's low. Father's Day at the Arcata Ballpark. A beautiful day, a gem of a ballpark. The 1-0. A strike on the outside corner.
I know, and the really sad thing is that the Crabs are going to leave it for a week.
I know.
Starting next week.
The 1-1 is a strike on the outside corner, 1-2 now.
Actually, I'll just give it to you now and then just decide whenever.
Here's the 1-2. In the dirt. Count is even. I think it's 2-2, isn't it?
That's what I have.
Count is even at 2-2. Here's the pitch. Line down the left field line. That's going to go foul. That was, with his speed, that's a double all the way and maybe even a triple if it's fair. But
Oh, I think he's going 3 if that
I think
gets
so
down.
too. 2-2 is high. Three-two. That hit him.
I believe so.
So Reed's aboard at any rate. And here's Keenan Morris, 1 for 2.
For the Crabs at the top of the order from Oklahoma Baptist, number 9, Keenan Morris.
I can pretty much guarantee Reed's going to take off at some point. Next pitch is a fastball, high and outside.
That's a pretty safe bet.
Nobody in the bullpen for the Express. I wonder if Dillon's going to throw another 143 pitches today.
I'm interested to see.
Throw to first, and Reed's back. Ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch. Strike on the outside corner.
The only opposing team start in my entire Crabs career that I've ever remembered that stuck with me was that Luke Dillon start.
Yeah, that was something, yeah.
Last season. I've never seen anything like that.
1-1. Fouled out of play. 1-2. So Reed has not taken off.
It's interesting.
Not sure he'd take off with the first pitch.
I mean, Mason Cox really hasn't shown me so far that he can
No.
make a strong throw down
No.
to second, throw anybody out. So I would be going.
1-2. A long look in. Extremely long look, and now the pitch is hit foul.
Another thing you have to take into account, of course, is that the pitcher could have a good pickoff move. I haven't really seen one from
I haven't seen it from
Luke
Dillon.
Dillon yet.
All right, we'll do it again. 1-2. And that was fouled out of play.
Ball sponsored by Rock Planet. Sustainability never tasted so good.
A ball and 2 strikes. Throw to first, and they got it picked off. Reed heading for second, and he's out. Well, who would have expected that?
There we go. There's his pickoff move.
1 away. And the count's still 1-2 to Morris. And then he fouls it up against the screen. A ball and 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. Two and 2. Two. He taps it foul. Long at bat for Morris here.
9th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
2-2. Line in the center field for a base hit. Morris' second hit of the afternoon. And here's Michael Perazo. Perazo's 1 for 2.
Now batting for the Crabs, number 13, Michael Perazo.
And the pitch to Perazo is high. Comes the Coast Guard, flying over the ballpark again.
We love the Coast Guard.
They always like to do flyovers on the weekends.
Some of Humboldt's finest right there.
1-0. Sails high.
Man, wonder what it would be like to see the ballpark from that view.
Yeah, that'd be cool,
Up in a helicopter.
2 balls, no strikes. And a big swing and a miss. 2-1. Now they're circling the ballpark. Two one, throw to first.
It rumbled my house for like 15, 20 seconds.
2-1. Low and outside.
Sounded a lot bigger than my commercial.
3-1, and now Perazo asks for time.
It sounded like more than one.
3-1. Way outside. So Perazo walks. And here's Pappas. He's 2 for 2.
Now back for the Crabs from Fresno State, number 35, Jacob Havas.
And he takes a fastball high. A look out at second, and here's the 1-0. He's right down the middle with a fastball. Boy, that was right down the middle.
As
That was
center
like
cut as you
perfectly
could
in the center.
possibly get.
1-1. Breaking pitch is a strike on the inside corner. 1-2. Look out at second, and Dylan deals, and that's slapped over to first base, foul. What time do the Giants play today?
They play at 4:08 because they're on ESPN
that's right.
Sunday Night Baseball, which I'm not super enthused about.
Let's hope today's night's game doesn't look like last night's game.
Oh, that was horrible.
1-2. Fouled up against the screen.
But Casey Schmidt hit another grand slam. Although last night it was off of Kike Hernandez, so a little bit different than his first grand slam, but still 8 RBIs in the series.
It's hilarious. Ohtani with 2 home runs last night.
Yeah,
1-2.
terrible.
Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Pappas gone. 2 away.
Landon Roop did not do so good.
Didn't have such a good night. No. Here's Sewell.
The first home run he gave up to Otani was just a total meatball.
Yeah. 1 for 2. The second home run that Otani hit, I mean, I don't even, he just kind of flicked his wrists at it. It was like outside, and he just sort of lofted it over the, he's really strong. It's amazing.
I guess he's a good hitter or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, you got to hand it to the guy. I mean,
well,
I know he's on the Dodgers and all, but.
I won't, but
yeah,
you can.
But, I mean, 0-1 the count. Strike on the outside corner. 1-1. Sorry, 0-2. And the 0-2 is hit on the ground to second base. He's up with it. Throw to first. Inning over. For the Crabs, no runs. There was a hit. There were no errors and 2 left. And at the end of 3, they lead at 7-4. Stay tuned. Leon will be along to bring you the middle innings. This is Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM. We are back. Top of the 4th inning. Boyd, Tokar, and Boardman to bat for the Express with the Crabs up 7-4. And here's Liam.
Thank you, Benjamin. Boy, what a game.
Yeah.
I totaled up all the runs scored so far in the series. We're at 38.
That's really
combined runs, and Friday's game was only 5-2.
Yeah, and we're not even through this game yet.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of forgot how low scoring Friday's game was. Anyway, Zezueta out there for his 4th inning of work. Pitches outside 1-0. 1-0 pitch is a ground ball to the shortstop. Gloves it. Throw to first. 1 away. Michael Perazo making it look easy over there at short.
Now batting for the Express, number 15, Will Tokar.
I'll bring in Will Tokar. As my broadcast partner Benjamin, it's a fly ball out to right center field. Outfielders are going back, and that hits off the top of the fence. And Tokar is going to cruise into second with the 1-out double. That thing was stung out to right center, 102 miles per hour off the bat. I did not think it was going to go as far as it did, but the wind is blowing out just a little bit.
Now batting for the Express, number 38, Diego Boardman.
I'll bring up Diego Boardman. I was going to say that my broadcast partner Benjamin was putting the broom out in front of the booth in anticipation of what hopefully will be a sweep, but a long way to go, and this Express team has shown that they can score a lot of runs. So pitches up high, 1-0 to Boardman. One 0 is outside, 2-0.
He gets a little. He gets a little rowdy sometimes.
2-0 pitch fouled straight back to the screen, 2-1. Well, after today, the Crabs will not be at the Arcata Ballpark for the next week as they embark on their first road trip of the season against two of the best teams in the Pacific Empire League, their first league series of the season. And I've said this before, and I've said it many times, the most important week of the Crabs season.
I think so.
Spin and fake back to second. Took our back in safely.
It became a whole problem. She's like, well, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. She kept watching, and then the guy used the alumni access.
2-1 pitch is in there for a called strike, and it's 2-2.
He's like, oh, no, they're with me. This is going.
For context, last season, the Crabs went on the same road trip they're about to embark on. Healdsburg and Lincoln. They went 0-6. 2-2 pitch is sprayed foul off towards the Express dugout, scattering some players. Still 2-2. And the Crabs only missed out on the Pacific Empire League Championship Series by, I think, 2 or 3 games. I mean, that road trip really knocked them out of League Championship Series contention. They were never able to recover enough. A slow grounder out to the shortstop, Perazo. Throw over to first, 2 away. So it is very important for the Crabs this next week to at least get a couple of wins. I mean, obviously they want to go above 500, but these are two very good teams in Lincoln and Healdsburg they're about to face. And even 1 or 2 wins would be an improvement over last season and could help them out later on. Jelani Mason will step in. Mason in there for a strike 0-1. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week, the Crabs will take on the Healdsburg Prune Packers at Historic Recreation Park in Healdsburg. 0-1 is outside 1-1. I believe all of those games are 6 o'clock starts, and they will be live right here on ESPN 107.3 FM, 1340 AM, and the Crabs YouTube channel. I will be traveling with the team, bringing you all the action on the road. 1-1 is popped up, shallow left field. Morris going out, and it's going to be the Crabs left fielder Pappas in to make the catch, and that's going to do it here in the top of the 4th. The Express stranded runner on second. They fail to score. They trail 7-4 as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, ESPN 107.3 FM. Welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 4th inning. Crabs lead the Express 7-4. It'll be Medikoff, Moss, and Soares due up against Luke Dillon in his 4th inning of work. And that ball is fouled off to the right, and it's 0-1. I'll finish what I was saying about the road trip. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in Healdsburg, all 6 o'clock starts right here on the radio. The 0-1 is outside. 1-1. ESPN 107.3, 1340 AM, and the Crabs YouTube stream, all the road games. 1-1 is inside 2-1. And the Crabs will head south to Lincoln, California next weekend to McBean Stadium. 2-1 is up high, 3-1. Take on the Lincoln Potters. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I believe all of those are 6:35 starts. 3-1 is a fly ball out to left center field. The center fielder racing in, and that's going to drop for a base hit. So a bloop single for Medikoff to lead off the fourth.
Let's give it up for bad boy Tristan.
I'm bringing Sutter Moss.
Now batting for your Crabs.
And if you don't know already, Healdsburg and Lincoln, they are the two best teams in the Pacific Empire League. They went to the Pacific Empire League Championship Series last season. Healdsburg won 2-1 in the best out of 3 series to pitch to Moss, and therefore a called strike 0-1. And both teams are loaded with high-end Division I talent. I mean, schools like Michigan, Arkansas, Texas Tech. Could list a lot more. The 0-1 is fouled back, and it's 0-2. So it will be a big test of this Crabs team to see where they're at. And no disrespect to the opponents that have already come in to play the Crabs, but the teams they're about to face on the road next week are levels above what they've already seen. Though 2 is low, and it's 1-2. And again, all the action will be right here on the radio and on the Crabs YouTube. So tune in. It hopefully will be fun. 1-2 is a very slow chopper down the first base line. Dillon picks it up and tries to tag Moss going by and is unsuccessful. So that's going to be an infield single for Sutter Moss. Just a chopper that died down the first base line. Luke Dillon came off the mound and gloved it and then tried to tag Sutter Moss going by, but did not do so. So first and second, nobody out.
From the University of Hawaii, Hilo Kavana Sora.
Montesor is stepping in. Pitch to Sora is up high, 1-0. And if you're a Crabs fan that's south of us, either in Sonoma County or Lincoln areas, 1-0 is lashed foul down the left field line and deep into the picnic area, or maybe over the fence. I didn't see it. 1-1 to Soares. If you're in the Healdsburg or Lincoln areas, please come out and show support for the Crabs. It's always great to see Crabs fans on the road. 1-1 is outside 2-1. Both stadiums that the Crabs will be visiting are pretty nice in their own way. Recreation Park in Healdsburg is a very historic stadium with all wood seating. 2-1 is inside 3-1. And it's all shaded in the seating areas, so you're not too exposed to the sun. And McBean Stadium also is very nice and is also shaded in the spectator areas. 3-1 is a high chopper that's going to get through left side for a base hit. So the runners will stop at third and second. Medikoff will stop at third. Moss will stop at second. The bases will be loaded with nobody out.
And now batting for the Crabs, number 4, Parker Rogers.
I'm bringing Parker Rogers. I will say that the food options at McBean Stadium in Lincoln are really, really good. In fact, they have a taco stand that's usually there that I really enjoy every time we visit that stadium. I think they have one of the nights that the Crabs are there, they'll have the water slide out. And Lincoln, they do a good job with all the games that they have, and All the stuff for fans there. All right. Great chance for the Crabs to add on here in the 4th inning. Bases loaded, nobody out. Parker Rogers in. Rogers is outside, 1-0. 1-0 is popped foul directly over our heads behind home plate. 1-1.
That foul ball is sponsored by Well Cleanup. Sustainability never tasted so good.
1-1 in there for a called strike. Great pitch by Dylan. Just caught the outside corner. 1-2. 1-2 pitch is a fly ball out to right. The right fielder racing in, and that's going to drop for a base hit. 1 run's going to score. Everyone's going to go station to station. Bases will remain loaded, and the Crabs lead 8-4. The right fielder misread that ball. He broke back on it. Xavier Dominguez did, and then raced in and was unable to get that baseball. The situation is the same for Timmy Reed. Bases loaded, nobody out, and a run in here in the 4th. Mr. Reed outside, 1-0.
I don't think the Crabs have hit a ball hard all day, Liam.
I think you're right. The 1-0 is popped up. Center field. The center fielder ranging over to his left, making the catch. Runner at third tags. He's going to come in to score. The play at third and he's safe. And the Crabs lead it 9-4.
Number 9, Keenan Morris.
I'll bring in Keenan Morris. Kavana soars to third on the play. It was a close play, but able to get in there. And Rogers remains at first. So first and third, 1 out, and that's a fly ball. Popped up to left field, the shortstop going out, and the left fielder coming in, making the catch. And Soares at third bluffs, but does not attempt to score. 2 away. So first and third, 2 outs. I'm bringing Michael Peraza.
Now at the plate for the Crabs, number 13, Michael Peraza.
Pitch to Peraza, catches the outside part of the plate, 0-1. A fly ball out to center field. Center fielder coming in. He's going to let it drop in front of him for a base hit. That's going to score Kavana Soares. And the Crabs lead it 10-4.
I've never seen the Crabs score so many runs on so many just little soft singles and bloop hits, and really.
Number 35, Jacob Pappas.
So runners at first and second with 2 outs and 3 runs in here in the 4th.
13 hits now for the Crabs.
And Pappas is 2 for 3, 2 singles. Pappas lashes it right to the third baseman, who's going to step on the bag for the force out, and that's going to do it here in the 4th. But the Crabs get 3, they lead 10-4 as we head to the top of the 5th. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, ESPN Radio, 107.3 FM. back to downtown Arcata, top of the fifth inning. Crabs lead the Express 10-4. Crabs Baseball is brought to you by Charleston Tree Services. We're here to help with your growing concerns. Our locally owned and operated family business has served homeowners and commercial property owners throughout Humboldt County since 2007. And by Compass Community Credit Union. Hey, Crabs fans, team sponsor Compass Community Credit Union is happy to point you towards a better banking experience. Visit our conveniently located branches in Arcata and Eureka, or online at compassccu.org. Dominguez will step in, and he'll hit a soft line drive right to the first baseman, Tate Medikoff, one away.
Now batting for the Express, number 23, Hayes Dramalar.
I'll bring in Hayes Dramalar. Against David Zazueta. Fifth inning of work. Pitch is low, 1-0. Is swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. One misses outside, 2-1. 2-1 misses way outside, and it's 3-1 to Dramalar. Three one is a line drive out to center field, and Reed dives onto his knees and makes the catch. 2 away. What a great play by Timmy Reed out in center field. Just went into a slide and was able to make the catch. Now I'll bring in JT Summers. 2 outs, nobody on. Summers is swung on and missed, 0-1. 0-1 is swung on and missed again, 0-2. Oh-2 misses outside, and it's 1-2. 1-2 pitch, grounded foul down the third base line. We'll do it again, 1-2. One two misses outside, and it's 2-2. 2-2 swung on and missed, strike 3. That's going to do it for the Express here in the 5th. They go in order. It's 10-4 Crabs as we head to the bottom of the 5th. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, Humboldt's ESPN 107.3 FM. Welcome back to Downtown Arcata, bottom of the 5th inning. Crabs Baseball is brought to you by the North Coast Co-op and North Coast Mercantile, family-owned and operated, serving Humboldt County since 1951. North Coast Mercantile brings you a fantastic assortment of domestic, import, and craft beers, as well as wine, spirits, non-alcoholic beverages, and snacks. Check out the North Coast Mercantile's Titus trailer in the right field beer garden in the Arcata Ballpark. 8 taps featuring local microbrews, wine, and cider. And by U.S. Bank. U.S. Bank strengthening our local communities. Our commitments come to life through our people, programs, and policies. Together, we can make a difference in the communities we serve. For the Crabs, it will be Sewell, Medikoff, and Moss due up against a new pitcher for the Express. It'll be number 22, Lars Christensen. Number 22, Lars Christensen on the mound for the Express. 10-4 favor the Crabs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Mr. Sewell is a high pop fly into left field. Left fielder ranging a bit over to his right and making the catch one away.
Now batting for the Crabs from Santa Clara University, number 26, Tate Medikoff.
I'm bringing in Tate Medikoff. Medikoff is outside, 1-0. 1-0 pitch is sprayed foul off to the right onto F Street. It's 1-1.
By the fireplace on F Street.
One, misses low, 2-1. Two-one, misses outside, and it's 3-1. Three ones in the dirt, ball 4, so back off with the walk. Runner on first, 1 out. I'll bring up Sutter Moss. 1 for 1. Single and it's walked twice. Mr. Moss called strike, 0-1.
Last call 50-50. Last call 50-50.
Sutter Moss came into this game leading the team in walks. Added a couple more. 0-1 is a fly ball out to left field. The left fielder going back. He's looking up, and what's the call? It is a foul ball. That was very close to being a home run. But Daniel Osborne, who was standing in between second and third base on the cut of the grass, called it a foul ball, and I think he made the right call. Although many of the Crabs players in the bullpen were campaigning for a home run call, I think that hit just to the left of the foul pole. Go to Moss is lined foul down the first base line, still 0-2. Oh, 2 up high, it's 1-2. 1-2 pitch, low and outside. And it's 2-2. Sure. 2-2 misses outside, and it's 3-2.
I kind of am thinking, is that coffee?
3-2 is hit foul. We'll do it again. 3-2.
Oh,
Just misses up
yikes.
high. Ball 4.
Close pitch. Nice take.
So first and second with 1 out. That'll bring in Cavanasaurus.
Here's Cavanasaurus. Oh, sorry. That's you. That's what you just said.
That is right.
Number 10, Cavanasaurus.
Saurus is 3 for 3 today.
That's right. He's had a good day.
I don't think Crabs have an extra base hit. They're all singles.
You're right. Saurus low and outside 1-0. It's Crabs manager Robin Guyver after that pitch. I think he was over on the Express side, maybe talking to someone. I had to run back to the dugout after that pitch, the Crabs dugout. 1-0 is fly ball down the right field line. Right fielder racing over. That's going to fall into the Express bullpen.
Well, given that we've already got Crabs
1-1.
people abandoning us for other teams,
Robin would
worries
never.
me that
Robin would never
Robin's
do
over
that.
there.
Robin would never do that.
Unbelievable.
One is in the dirt. 2-1. Is a fly ball out to left center field. The left fielder racing back. That's over his head and up against the wall. One run is going to come around third. He's going to score, and the Crabs lead it 11-4. An RBI double from Cavanasaurus. He is 4 for 4 on the day
An RBI double by
with 4 RBIs. What a day for Cavanasaurus.
Yeah, he sure has. And that was the first Crabs extra base hit.
You willed it into existence.
I willed it.
Second and third, 1 out, and a run in here at the bottom of the 5th. That'll bring in Parker Rogers. He's had a couple of RBIs today. 2 for 3. Pitch to Rogers, and there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Pitch is sprayed foul off to the right. It's 0-2. Wind is pretty stiffly blowing out to left field now. Oh, 0-2 is swung on and missed. And that's strike 3. So second and third, 2 outs now. I'll bring in Timmy Reed.
Now batting for the Crabs, number 3, Timmy.
Manager Robin Guyver just texted me. Number 33, Cody Collins, is going to be entering the game next for the Crabs on the mound. Pitch is swung on and missed by Reed, 0-1.
He never texts me.
Well, Well, I think the reason he texted me was because he does not have Cody Collins on the lineup card yet, so. 0-1 misses outside, 1-1.
I don't even think he has my number.
Both of you guys have connections to Santa Cruz. He lives there.
That's right.
During the off season, and you have family there. 1-1 is in there for a called strike 1 and 2.
Yes, my mother and my sister and I went to school there in the 80s.
I believe Guyver actually is going to be visiting his family right before he goes to Healdsburg, and you might be there at the same time. You guys might see each other down there. The 1-2 is sprayed foul off to the left. Still 1 and 2. Cody Collins, the pitcher who's going to come in next for the Crabs, he is out of Fortuna, California. Played for Fortuna High, now with Sacramento State. The 1-2 is low and outside, 2 and 2. And he will be making his Crabs debut whenever he gets into this ballgame. 2-2 is a line drive, gloved by the second baseman. A great play, throw over to first. And that's going to do it for the Crabs here in the 5th. If they get a run, they lead 11-4 as we head to the top of the 6th. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, ESPN Radio, 107.3 FM. Welcome back to the ballpark, top of the 6th inning. Crabs lead the Express by a score of 11-4, and as I was just talking about, Cody Collins is now in the ballgame for the Crabs, making his debut out of Fortuna High School, and now plays for Sacramento State. He will face Schaefer, Cox, and Boyd for the Express. While we have a moment, let's see what's going on around Major League Baseball. Of course, the Giants play the Dodgers at 4:10 this afternoon. That game is on ESPN. Which I don't love those 4 o'clock starts that are on national TV. The sun angle on the West Coast is always terrible for especially the hitters. And I'm sure it'll be.
I'm not sure it's going to make that much difference for the Giants.
It'll be a sunny afternoon down in Los Angeles, I assume. Let's see, the West Sacramento A's, they beat the Royals today in Kansas City by a score of 3-2. Yeah, the Giants game last night was terrible. Pretty embarrassing performance, but it's just one game. The Giants do still have a chance to take the series.
That's true. But I noted that
pitched Schaefer in the dirt 1-0.
Life gives you lemons. I heard the Giants broadcasters talking about that last night's game showed how great Brandon Webb was on Friday night.
Yeah, Logan Webb. Yeah, Logan Webb was outstanding.
It just made his pitching all the greater on Friday night.
1-0 is popped up just to the left of second base, and Peraza will make the catch. One away. And it looks like we have a pinch hitter.
Justice Brinson.
For the Express. It will be Justice Brinson. And that ball is lashed deep and foul down the left side. It's 0-1. He'll win to Brinson in the dirt 1-1. Going back to the Giants, yeah, Logan Webb, when he gets some run support, he's pretty unbeatable. One in the dirt. 2-1. Of course, Casey Schmidt hit a grand slam on Friday night against a real pitcher. You know, a grand slam that really did end up mattering in the end. 2-1. And then for a call strike 2-2, but the Dodgers, of course, were up 11-0 last night, and they put in Kike Hernandez, who is a position player, and he gave up another grand slam to Casey Schmidt. 2-2 outside, 3-2. Of course, Kike Hernandez was just throwing ephus after ephus, just kind of floating them in there. And actually, the Dodgers had to warm up a real reliever and put him into the game because Kike Hernandez could not get the third out. 3-2, check swing. Did he go? And the first base umpire says he did. Two away.
Did they make some rule about position players
Yes.
pitching?
So you have to be up by a certain amount. I believe it's 10 or more. 10 or more or 8 or more. I'd have to look up the actual rule.
Okay, but there's a rule.
There
That's what I
are
thought, yeah.
rules as it regards to putting position players into pitch. But Dodgers being up 11-0, they were definitely in the clear. Pitches low and outside, 1-0. 2 outs. 1-0 is fouled back to the right, and it's 1-1.
That probably hit a Subaru.
One misses up high, 2-1. One right down the middle for a called strike, 2-2. Two sprayed foul off onto F Street. Do it again, 2-2. 2-2. Going outside. Count goes full. 3-2. Two sprayed foul off to the right. We'll do it over 3-2. Three-two is hit right in front of the plate. Soares, the catcher, jumps out to get it, throw to first in time, and that's going to do it for the Express here in the top of the sixth. A great debut inning from Cody Collins. Crabs lead 11-4 as we head to the bottom of the sixth. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, ESPN Radio 107.3. downtown Arcata. It's the bottom of the 6th inning. The Crabs lead the Express by a score of 11-4. And pretty shocking turn of events here at the Arcata Ballpark. Robin Guyver is going to use a pinch hitter.
Hitting for your humble Crabs. Number 1, Elijah McNeil.
Elijah McNeil. I could probably count on one hand the amount of pinch hitters that Robin
Almost never does
Guyver
it.
usually uses in the course of a season. I mean, even in blowout games, but last game before the road trip, so I guess why not? Pitch to McNeil, and there for a called strike 0-1. Facing Lars Christensen for the Express. 0-1 is a ground ball right up the middle. Shortstop gloves it, throws over to first, and throws it wide to the first baseman. And that's going to be a hit for Elijah McNeil. Hit it deep into the hole at short. And shortstop ranged over to his left, put a nice glove on it, but threw it just wide. So I assume that's going to be a base hit.
Absolutely.
Benjamin. Lead off 6th inning for the Crabs. I'll bring in Michael Peraza. Pitch to Peraza in the dirt, 1-0. Is a fly ball. It's going to get to left center field for a base hit. McNeil, he's going to head to third, and Peraza is going to go into second with a double. Just another softly hit fly ball. It just got right into the left center field gap. Crabs have been doing it all day. I'll bring in Jacob Pappas. To Pappas. Ooh, just misses inside 1-0. And Michael Cowan, the home plate umpire, did what is called the umpire's balk. He looked like he was going to call a strike and then decided not to. Which was a good call, according to TrackMan, but very close. The 1-0 is a fly ball out to right center field. The center fielder racing towards it. That's going to drop for a base hit. One run is going to score. The second run held up at third. The Crabs lead it 12-4, and guess what? That ball was hit 78 miles per hour off the bat. Another softly hit fly ball that gets down.
Yep. Crabs.
So Peraza to third. First and third, nobody out. With the run in, I'll bring in Cameron Sewell.
I really don't think I've seen a game where the Crabs have hit so many.
I know.
Just little bloop singles. They have two extra base hits now in the game.
Pitch to Peraza in the dirt. 1-0. Our PA announcer, Josh Reed, informs us that Robin Guyver is using another pinch hitter. I don't believe it.
Is that Lee?
Caden Lee is on deck. Is Robin replaced by a clone or something? I'm a bit shocked. The 1-0 is in there for a called strike, 1-1. Drops it right in there for a called strike, 1-2. Fans are complaining, but that was a good call.
That was a great pitch. Yep. Plus, we're up 12-4. So,
I know.
mean,
I'm okay with it. 1-2 is ground ball right to the first baseman. He'll step on first for one, the throw to second, and they'll get the tag out at second. So they get the reverse force double play. A run does come in to score, and the Crabs lead 13-4.
I just didn't know if we were going to go over 12 hours. Someone said it was already packed out, so we had that open.
Pinch hitting for the Crabs, number 24, Caden Lee.
I'll bring in Caden Lee, another pinch hitter, used by Robin Guyver. Pitch to Lee, a fly ball out to right. That's going to get down for a base hit. Guess what, Benjamin? 69 off the bat.
amazing.
Give it up for Bad Boy Tristan. Now batting for the Crabs, number 6, Sutter Moss.
I'll bring in Sutter Moss. Runner on first, 2 outs, 2 runs already in for the Crabs. They lead 13-4. Pitch is in the dirt, and the catcher can't find it, and Caden Lee is going to get to second, uncontested. On the wild pitch. One to Moss in there for a called strike, 1-1.
Lee still second.
Ball and dirt.
1-1 is swung on and missed, 1-2. One-two pitch is a slow ground ball that dies right down the third base line, but the catcher gets to it and overthrows first. That's going to score Lee from third easily. And going into second is Sutter Moss, and we'll wait for our official scorer's ruling here.
E2.
It's going to be an error on the Express catcher. Yeah, that's the correct call. I think he would have had him at first.
Say E2.
Now the Crabs lead 14-4.
Now batting for the Crabs, number 10,
Cavanasaurus stepping in.
Cavanasaurus.
And he has had a great day.
Yeah, 4 for 4 with a double.
4 RBIs. Pishosaurus misses outside 1-0. Is a fly ball to center field, and it's going to get down for a base hit. Coming around third and coming in to score is Sutter Moss. It's 15-4 and only 72 miles per hour off the bat.
And his 5th hit of the day.
5th hit of the day for Cavanasaurus.
How many
What
RBIs does he have today now?
Well, that is 5.
Wow.
Now batting for the Crabs, number 4, Parker Rogers.
Let's bring in Parker Rogers. 15-4 Crabs. Mr. Rogers outside 1-0, and Crabs have done what they typically do to teams when they come here to the Arcata Ballpark for a weekend series. First 2 games pretty close, although yesterday's game was high scoring. And then Sunday game, the pitching just wears out, and that appears to be the case so far. The 1-0 in the dirt, 2-0. 2-0 in there for a called strike, and it's 2-1. Misses high and inside, 3-1. 3-1, swung on and missed. Count goes full, 3-2. Three-two is sprayed foul off to the right. Do it again, 3-2. Three-two pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. That's going to do it for the Crabs. Here in the 6th, they get 4 runs. They lead 15-4 as we head to the top of the 7th. Stay tuned. The Professor Benjamin Schaefer will take you the rest of the way. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, ESPN Radio, 107.3 FM. Welcome back to downtown Arcata. Top of the 7th inning. The Crabs lead the Express by a score of 15-4. It will be Toker, Boardman, and Mason due up for the Express against Cody Collins. And as Will Toker steps into the box, here to take you the rest of the way is the Professor Benjamin Schaefer.
Thank you, Liam. Crabs up 14-4 here in the 7th inning.
15-4.
15-4, yikes. And what is Collins' first name?
Cody.
Cody Collins out on the mound.
Out of Fortuna High School.
The 0-1 hit foul out of play. One and one the count. Pitch. It's down low. 2-1. I thought it was 2-1. The board says 1-2, and he swings, and I guess it was 1-2 because that's strike 3. Number 2 is going to pinch hit. This is Cam Duran for Boardman. And the next pitch is fastball down low, 1-0. Well, the Express got 4 runs in the first inning on a grand slam, and that's been it. Nothing since. Meanwhile, the Crabs plated 15 runs on 19 hits. Here's the pitch, and that's high. 2-1.
And if anybody's going to ask about the 10-run rule, no.
2-1. Blowing outside. 3-1.
Pat Filar informing us that there's not going to be a 10-run rule.
.30 count. And the next pitch is right down the middle of the fastball. .31. Fouled wide of third. And the count goes full. Kind of a strange day at the ballpark. It's not quite sunny and not quite overcast. Now it is. Now the overcast is beginning to roll in a little bit. But it's a warm, humid day.
Kind of the reverse of what it usually is. It usually starts out overcast and foggy and then gets sunny.
3-2 is hit on the ground over to third. And throw to first. That is not Morris over there anymore. Don't know who it is. 2 away. Been many changes on the field.
It's Caden Lee over at third.
Okay.
Elijah McNeil's at short.
Cool. So here's Jelani Mason. He's 0 for 1. And he takes a fastball on the inside corner for a called strike. The 0-1. Ground ball out to second. Few hops. Sewell has it. Throws him out. 1-2-3. Go the Express in the 7th. Crabs leading at 15-4. Time for the 7th inning stretch here at the Arcata Ballpark on Father's Day with the Crabgrass Band.
Folks, it's time to stand up, stretch out that bench bud, and join the humble Crabgrass Band. No negation will take you out to the ballgame. Crabgrass Band. And approaching the plate for the Humboldt Crabs, number 3, Timmy Reed.
So Tim Reed will lead it off for the Crabs in the bottom of the 7th inning. Reed today has a sacrifice fly, a couple of RBIs, pitch misses outside. Shows bunt, takes the pitch high. Lars Christensen out on the mound for his, I believe it's his 3rd inning. And there's a fastball high. 4 runs, 2 hits, 3 errors for the Express. They've only got 2 hits on the whole game day, and one of them's a grand slam. 15 runs, 19 hits, no errors for the Crabs. And there's a fastball in there for a strike. 0-1. Three ones, 1 on and foul tipped. And that brings the count full. Three-two. Outside, and Reed draws the walk.
Number 1, Elijah McNeil.
Here's Elijah McNeil. Singled his first at bat. He takes a strike on the inside corner. McNeil came in as a pinch hitter, I believe, in the 6th inning. One and 0 the count. And he takes inside. Two-0. Inside again, 3-0. Oof, some brutally bad heckling going on. Here, behind home plate, 2-1 the count now, as that's right down the middle. Really cringeworthy stuff. Next pitch misses low and inside, 3-1. Way outside, and that's back-to-back walks. Nothing more exciting.
Yeah, that's
than back-to-back walks in a 15-4 ball game.
Exactly what we need right now. It's going to be Spencer Jacobs pinch hitting.
So Spencer Jacobs will hit for Perazo.
I believe he's at first base now.
First and second, nobody out. And there's a breaking pitch that misses. Outside, goes all the way to the backstop. Crabs don't bother to advance. One and 0 the count. And the pitch. Fastball is a strike. One and 1. The 1-1 breaking pitch is low and outside. Two and 1. Two one is a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count. And there's a breaking pitch that misses inside, and the count goes full. Oh boy. Whee!
Just riveting baseball.
I'm on the edge of my seat because my seat broke. The 3-2. Swung on and missed, got him. 1 away. So Papa's scheduled to bat.
Approaching the plate for your humble crowd, number 35, Jacob Papa.
Papa's today is 3 for 5. And the pitch popped high in the air, shallow left field, shortstop going out, center fielder coming in, and oh, nobody's going to get it. The ball's going to kick away, and everybody's going to be safe. That'll be a single for Pappas. Another bloop single for the Crabs. A great attempt by the center fielder,
The concession stand, pretzels and pie, for the price of 1.
Mason. And a diving attempt, but he wasn't able to hang on to it.
21 hits for the Crabs.
19 singles.
And none of them hit hard.
No. So the base is loaded now.
Jack, we have 21 hits.
For Sewell.
Now batting for the humble crowd, number 11, Cameron
Sewell takes a pitch outside. Sewell today has 1 hit and 5 trips. 1-0 the count. And he takes a pitch low. Two and 0. Two-0, swung on and missed. A big cut from Sewell on a changeup high. Two and 1.
Thank you so much. It really means the world. Appreciate it.
The 2-1 hit foul wide of first.
The bases are FOC for frustration.
2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Bases are loaded. 15-4 in favor of the Crabs.
Not to my knowledge, but I'll see.
2-2 the count. And that one misses inside, and the count goes full. And they're not just walks, they're deep count walks. You know what I mean? It's not like he's just walking people on 4 pitches. He's walking people on like 8 pitches. 3-2. Lash down the right field line and down into the corner. 1 run is in, 2 runs are coming in. They're going to hold the runner at third, even though he probably would have scored easily. And it's now 17-4 in favor of the Crabs. A 2-run double for Cameron Sewell.
I don't think any of the Sunday games have been good so far.
No.
Oh, that was 102 off the bat. I think
Yeah, that was hit pretty hard.
that's a record for today. And yeah, they're going to make a pitching change.
All right. Let's see who we get here. This is number... So we get a number on this guy.
I'm working on it.
9, number 9.
Number 9.
Seth England.
I believe he pitched on Friday.
Yeah, he may have, yeah. All right, well, England takes his warm-up pitches. Let's go back to the studio and thank some more of our sponsors. This is Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM. right, we are back. New pitcher on the mound for the Express. It's right-hander Seth England, third pitcher of the afternoon. Crabs up 17-4. They've got runners on second and third with only one out, and Caleb Lee will be the hitter. Lee came in as a pinch hitter in the sixth and singled. England rocks, and here's the pitch. It's high.
Robin Guyver is doing something that he almost never does, even in blowouts, which is empty the bench. I've seen 20-0 blowouts where Robin doesn't use any pinch hitters.
The 1-0 to Lee, and that's outside. I think I called him Caleb Lee. It's Caden Lee.
Maybe that's because, and of course, you have the day off tomorrow, but then the team will be hanging out on the road, so.
2-0 is a strike at the knees. Maybe it's just sheer boredom. Not that this game is boring.
No.
It is 17-4.
No.
2-1. And that misses inside. 3-1. We have a right-hander warming in the pen for the Crabs. He will not be looking for a save, I guess.
I don't think so.
3-1. There's a strike.
Although a save rule that I forgot about
Yeah, if you pitch 6
the other
innings or
day,
something.
it's 3 innings.
Three
If you
innings.
pitch 3 innings, it doesn't matter what the score is. You get the
Right.
save.
Yeah. I thought it was 6 for some reason.
I looked it up and it's 3.
3-2. Hits him. Well, that's novel. Loads the bases.
Your bases are F-O-C.
Let's check the weather in Healdsburg.
Pitching for the Humboldt Crabs, number 2, Nolan Hamilton.
Here's Nolan Hamilton batting for Moss. And he takes a pitch, low and outside. The 1-0 is high, 2-0.
Well, the weather in Healdsburg next week it's going to be warm, but it's not going to be horrendous. Tuesday, high of 87. Wednesday, high of 92. Ooh.
Oh, 2-0 goes all the way to the backstop. 3-0.
And Thursday, high of 84. That's going to be
That's
really
nice.
nice.
Perfect. 3-0. The 3-0. Oh, and he walks in a run. 18-4 Crabs. It's the never-ending ball game.
Yeah, this is bad.
And let's see, this is Cavanasaurus, who has 5 hits today, including a double. Bases loaded, only 1 out. 18-4 Crabs.
Let's get another one. Why not?
And the pitch. Popped high in the air, left side. Shortstop calling for it. And he's got it. 2 away.
Give it up one more time to Tristan.
And so here's Parker Rogers.
Now batting for the Crabs, number 4, Parker Rogers.
With 2 outs and the bases loaded. Crabs have played 3 more in this inning to make it 18-4. Here's the pitch. And that's very high.
Weather in Lincoln next weekend is actually looking really nice as well. Friday is high of 89, Saturday 87, Sunday 93.
Ah, wonderful.
Take that.
I would love that. The next pitch is high. 2-0.
So if you're in the area and hot weather was keeping you from coming to the games on the road, it's not looking too bad.
2-0 is high. 3-0. Bases loaded, 2 outs. The 3-0, and he walks in yet another run. It's 19-4. Crabs are batted around. Even the band is losing enthusiasm.
Number 3, Timmy Reed.
Here's Reed. Somewhere I missed a batter. I don't know how I'm.
Well, I think your scorebook has. I can't imagine it's very clean right now.
I don't know. Somehow I missed a batter. I don't know what happened. I have
Well, you can look at mine. when
McNeil
innings
batting.
over.
Here's the pitch. It's a strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Wasn't that Rogers that just walked?
Yeah, Rogers just walked.
Well, he's
Reed
the
is
nine
up,
hitter.
and McNeil's batting in the 1 spot.
Oh, I see. I see. No, okay, I see what's going on. Right, because Reed led off the inning. And that's a fly ball to left. And that will finally end the inning. As the Crabs played 4 more to make it 19-4. This is Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM. Welcome back to the ballpark. New pitcher on the mound, Caden Kohlberg for the Crabs.
Caden Kohlberg's on the mound. 30.
It'll be the top of the order for the Express. Well, they called it 50-50 and nobody's claiming the money. It's over $1,000.
The attendance is pretty good. I would not be shocked if we got to 1,200. But I haven't heard the attendance figure yet. Oh, I wish there was a Giants game on right now. But they don't play for another hour.
We should have brought some reading material.
I know, I really should just have a book here. We have a pinch hitter, by the way.
Oh,
It's
boy.
number 11, Justin Lucas.
Justin Lucas to bat for Dominguez. And he takes a fastball high from Kohlberg.
Don't throw him away. Just in case. I picked him back up. I got you.
Thank
I
you.
don't know where you crumpled yours up and threw it, man.
I probably wasn't going to win anyway.
There's a strike on the outside corner.
There you go. Had it, just in case.
1-1. Yeah, nobody claiming that 50-50. They'll have to call it again. The 1-1 misses down low, 2-1. I'm pretty sure the rule is if nobody claims it, it goes to the official scorer for his discretion.
I think that is what it says.
50-50 is going to be redrawn.
2-1.
Oh, no way. I hate people.
Fouled out of play.
And then the person who keeps the stats gets a little cut,
2-2.
which will be negotiated
It
later.
looks like somebody actually did win and is claiming the ticket now.
I call for a
They're
recall.
going to win a good amount of money.
$1,200. 2-2 to count. This is high and outside. 3-2. This is inside, and he walks the leadoff hitter with the score 19-4.
Now batting for the stretch of the 23.
Here's Ramalar. 0 for 2. And the pitch. Right down the middle with a fastball.
Well, Benjamin, now that a winner has been announced, there's a little bit of an exodus.
Yes. People bailing. 0-1. Swung on and missed 0-2. The 0-2 swung on and missed, blew a fastball right by him. One away.
Ticket number 011188.
Pinch hitter.
Mario Zarco will pinch hit for Summers. And the pitch. Fastball high. Somebody's still heckling the other team down there with the score 19-4. The 1-0. This is high. That's my kind of guy. 2-0.
Yeah, you would be doing that if you were down there.
It's not enough to win.
You have to stay consistent, whether it's 0-0 or 19-4.
2-0. This is high. 3-0. It's not enough to win. We have to humiliate the other team.
Yeah. So fun.
3-0. Pitch is a strike, belt high. 3-1.
Well, if this were a league game, I think run differential is a tiebreaker.
Oh,
so
is it?
It would actually matter.
3-1. Swung on and missed a good fastball there from Colbert.
But it's a non-league game, so doesn't really matter how much you win by.
3-2. Swung on and missed, blew another fastball by him at 92. And they're 2 away. Here's Schaefer. He's 0 for 2. Well, the Crabs win it. They'll be 12-0 on the season. And they will be been off to a great start. I don't know if they've had a good start, this good a start in a long time. Here's the pitch. Strike at the knees.
You can't ask for a better start going into a pivotal road trip next week. It really does help that the Crabs are riding such a high, giving them some good confidence going into a couple of good
It's hit in
teams.
the air to left field. Going back is Pappas, and it's going to be off the base of the wall. On his way to third is Lucas, and the throw in there is not in time. That's a double for Schaefer.
Well, it's Nolan Hamilton out there in left field.
Nolan Hamilton.
And he played that ball perfectly off the wall. And I think if he would have misplayed that ball just a little bit, and that run would have scored, but did a great job.
It would have been 19-5.
Gotta
He
give
did do a
credit
good job.
for good plays.
He did do a good job because he did play it perfectly.
And there will be a time where that really does matter. So.
It's true. So second and third now with 2 outs. Here's Brinson. And takes a strike on the outside corner.
I'm okay with that.
Wide strike there, but 0-1. There's another strike, this time on the inside corner. It's 0-2.
Purple ticket 0-1-1-1-88.
Swung on and missed, inning over. No runs. There was a hit. There were no errors and 2 left. And at the end of 7.5, it's 19-4 in favor of the Crabs. This is Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM. All right, welcome back to the ballpark. We have a new pitcher on the mound for the Express. It's Lucas Schaefer, who was previously at first base. So we have number 7. So that makes, so Zarco is at first now. Runs, 22 hits, no errors for the Crabs. 4 runs, 3 hits, 3 errors for the Express. In the bottom of the 8th.
The world famous
Crabs have batted around twice in this game.
They've scored in every inning except for the 3rd.
So I believe it's McNeil.
Number 9, sorry, number 1, Elijah McNeil.
Yeah, it's McNeil, Jacobs, and Pappas to bat for the Crabs here in the bottom of the 8th. So Lucas Schaefer out on the mound. Here's the pitch. Fastball low and away. The 1-0. Lined into right field for a base hit.
Fans, we want to remind you it's time to take out the trash. Help out.
Second hit of the game from McNeil.
And the security team. Pick up your trash before you leave. And now then for the Crabs, number 34, Spencer Jacobs.
Here's Spencer Jacobs. And here's the pitch to Jacobs. There's a fastball for a strike on the outside corner. The 0-1 is outside. 1-1. Lashed foul. 102 off the bat. And 1-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. 1 away. Here's Pappas.
Batting for the Crabs, number 35, Jacob Pappas.
Pappas today has 4 hits and 6 trips to the plate. And there's a ground ball past first base, picked up by the second baseman, and that's 5 hits on the afternoon.
Give it up for bat boy.
On the play, McNeil goes to second. And here's Cameron Sewell.
Jacob Pappas is just a hit machine. I
He
mean,
sure is.
came into this game batting 600.
Yeah.
And he's going to leave this game with a similar batting average.
Hard not to lose batting points, but when you're at that high already. But yeah, 5 hits again today. And a big swing and a miss from Sewell. Sewell has a double and a single in 6 trips. 7 trips. And he fouls that one out of play. 2 strikes. McNeil at second. Pappas at first. 19-4. And that one's fouled out of play again. So the count remains 0-2. The 0-2 outside. A ball and 2 strikes. And that pitch way high. Change up. 2-2. Two pitch. Outside, and the count goes full. Three-two. High in the air, shallow right field. Second baseman going out. Right fielder coming in. It'll be the second baseman to make the play for out number 2. Everybody holds. And here's
Number 24, Caden
Lee. Lee has singled and been hit by a pitch since he came in the 6th inning. And that's way outside. 1-0. McNeil at second. Pappas at first. 2 are out though. Top of the 8th inning. The 1-0. Hit on the ground towards third and then through the hole. They're going to hold the runner at third. And that'll load the bases for Nolan Hamilton. Hamilton came in for Moss and walked his only appearance. Got that bumblebee bat. Strike on the outside corner.
Definitely one of the best bats on the team.
That's cool. The 0-1. Swung on a missed. Good pitch, 0-2. If you're looking to the top of the 9th, and I highly doubt you are, it's going to be Boyd, Tokar, and Duran for the Express. As that pitch is fouled up against the screen.
I'm looking forward to Tuesday.
Yeah, you're already gone. Up here, you're already gone.
I'm already in Healdsburg on the road.
As Cosmos Kramer says, up here, I'm already gone.
Yes, and another reminder, all those games you can hear right here on the radio. 107.3 FM, 1340 AM, and the Crabs YouTube channel.
0-2. The pitch. Way outside, and that's going to score a run on the wild pitch. And the Crabs have scored 20 runs in the game now. Second and third. 1 and 2 the count to Hamilton, and that's low. 2 and 2. The 2-2 fouled out of play. Next pitch fouled out again. Two balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Way outside. I think it's 3 and 2 now. What do you have, Liam?
Jack, it's, oh, there we go.
It's 3 and 2. (3-2). Line on one hop out to second base. Should end the inning, please. And it does. Crabs get a run on 3 more hits. There were no errors, and at the end of 8, they lead 20-4. This is, I don't know what to say, Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM. All right, top of the 9th inning. Boyd, Tokar, and Duran to bat for the Express. Last chance, and it'll be Adam Enyart on the mound to bring the game to a close for the Crabs. They lead it 20-4, 20 runs, 25 hits, no errors for the Crabs. 4 runs, 3 hits, 3 errors for the Express. A truly one-sided game. And I don't know if I've seen the Crabs get 25 hits in a game in a long time.
Yeah, I feel like one of those blowouts the last couple of years. It's happened before, but it's been a while.
Oh my gosh! Now on the mound for the Crabs, number 16, Adam Enyart.
All right, so here's Boyd. He hit a grand slam in the first. That was the last time the Express scored in the game. And then he grounded out twice after that. Here's the pitch, and he waves a slider away, 0-1. Enyart does it all for the Crabs. Pretty much their best hitter at the moment.
Yeah, 5 home runs.
And he's pitched great as well. The 0-1 hit high in the air to left field and deep, and I think it's going to go foul. No, it's off the top of the fence. And that's going to be a double as the ball gets away, and he's going to go to third now. It's a double and an error on McNeil. It's short.
Double E6. E6.
Pinch hitter 35, Alexander Cordova.
Cordoba is going to bat. Alexander Cordoba is going to bat for Tokar.
35. Alexander Cordoba.
All right, runner at third, nobody out. Express trying to climb that hill. Here's the pitch. Oh, and he waves at a slider outside 0-1. That was a second hard hit ball that Boyd's hit hard today. That missed being a home run by a couple feet. The 0-1 in the dirt. One and one. One on a missed, 1 and 2. One, two on the ground, short, backhand, long throw, nicely done by McNeil over there as the run comes in. One away. And it looks like we're going to see another pitch hitter, this time for Duran. This is Tyler Swanson. And there's a strike on the outside corner. The 0-1, tapped foul, or towards the Crabs coaching box. 0-2. Enyart rocks and deals 0-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. 2 away, so the Express now down to their last out. Crabs an out away of sweeping this series and going 12-0 on the season before they head off on the road. Here's Mason, he's 0 for 2. And he takes a pitch outside. The 1-0. Strike on the inside corner. 1-1. 1-1. Swung on and missed. 1 and 2, and now the Express down to their last strike.
Don't forget to take some of the bases after the game.
outside.
1 and 2. Called strike 3. That's the ball game.
That was an out.
Crabs win it. 20 runs on 25 hits, 1 error, 5 runs, 4 hits, 3 errors for the Express. Crabs sweep the series and go 12-0 on the season. Liam, I don't know what to say other than
What I'll say is that that was a 9-inning baseball game played between two teams.
the Crabs won.
Yeah.
And
the Crabs scored more runs than the other team.
Crabs will hit the road Tuesday. What time's the game Tuesday, Liam?
6 o'clock
6
in
o'clock
Healdsburg.
on the stream, on the radio. Till then, Benjamin Schaefer along with Liam Warner. Have a great Sunday afternoon. Thanks for listening. This is Crabs Baseball 107.3 FM.